Hi guys, welcome back. Don't mind my hair, still trying to fix it. Um, if you don't know, you don't know. There was a mishap. It doesn't matter. Either way, um, I washed it, and this is what it looks like dry. So, hi Libras. Sorry, it's been a minute. Um, I needed a minute. So, but here we are. Anyways, Libras, when I got into your guys' energies, I started to get so excited. I don't know if this is your energy or whose energy this is, but super excited. I post a lot on Facebook that I am an introvert, but I'm more of what we call an ambivert. So I'll go through periods of where I like to socialize. I'm very good at socializing. I'm very good at going out, parties, just gatherings and stuff. And I'm very good at that. And then, I'm very good at just being in and I can do it all. And so as soon as I got into your energy, all I wanted to do was like my plans for New Year's are really just like I'm cooking for my kids. Tomorrow they want fried chicken and mashed potatoes, and then on New Year's Day they want pozole. So yeah, and then as soon as I got into your energy, I was like, I'm gonna invite this person, I'm gonna invite that person. I was like, wait, what? What's happening here? Am I having a get together or party? Which I tend to do. Like, I'll just randomly, I think like 2 weeks ago, decided that I wanted to throw a murder mystery dinner. So I feel like that energy with you guys. Okay, what I'm still finishing up this series. I'm sorry it took me so long to get to you guys. I needed some downtime for several reasons, but I am here and I'm back. So don't worry about the hair, and we'll get going. So your next blessing coming in, Libra. Let me get the energy moving in here because they feel a little bit asleep. I hope you guys had a great Christmas or a great week or a great Hanukkah or whatever it is that you guys celebrate. And I hope you guys have a happy new year. Right? Okay, now. There, see, change. You got change. You guys got two. Should I take both? Yes. You guys got change and you got action. And now I'm seeing 555 in my mind's eye. And then you got flow. Yes. See what I mean? Action and change. I'm telling you, as soon as I got into your guys' energy, it's almost like I switched over from my introvert energy and I went into my outgoing energy, which it just happens like that. It just I'll all of a sudden be like bouncy and want to go out and do stuff. And no, I'm not bipolar. It's not an extreme like that. It's more like, let's plan these activities and I want to go do this and I want to go do that. It's almost like my body knows when I'm absorbing or doing a lot or upgrading and I have to kind of stay at home. And also because, I have several autoimmune conditions, when my body's saying, hey, we need to relax, then we relax. And then when my body's like, okay, we've energized enough, we have enough energy to go out and we need to go here. It's almost like I'm being pulled certain places, right? And I started making fun of myself because there was a point where I was going out with a group of friends, and every time we went out to the bar, I would make somebody cry. Not like I was being mean, it's just that I would like cause them to have an awakening. And I'd be like, I don't want to be that person that's going to the bar and make people have an awakening at a bar. But I was told that's just how it's going to be. Like, yeah, wherever I go, there she is. So I'm getting a lot of this energy for you guys, okay? I feel like you guys are oh, I'm amped up. I swear, and I haven't had any. In fact, I went to the market and I actually walked, which I hate going to the supermarket, especially during the holidays, which it's 2 days, or like it's New Year's Eve. um, and I walked all over because usually I get I have stuff ordered and I have it delivered, or I'll go pick it up and then I'll drive back home. But I need to get cash back, so I had to go. Whatever. It's a long story short. So I ended up having to go in, and I walked around the whole store with the girls, and we got some like cute like New Year stuff and like the stuff that I needed left for the ingredients. And so by the time I got home, I was like, oh, I'm kind of sore and sleepy because I didn't sleep also last night. I don't know why I'm telling you my whole life story, but I feel like it has to do. I didn't sleep last night. My cat's been a terror. He just, for some reason, the last 2 nights, he's been in and out, in and out, in and out, waking me up. And I can't, so I'm having a really hard time falling asleep. I've been falling asleep like around 3. And then for some reason, my cat just keeps waking me up, which is not normal for him. Normally, he sleeps the whole night. But the last 2 nights, he just kept like wanting in, wanting out, wanting in, wanting out. And finally, I was just like, "You're staying out. Like, you're staying out. You keep waking me up." I didn't sleep very well. I slept, and then I had weird dreams. It was just weird. Anyway, so I'm exhausted. But as soon as I touched your guys' energy, it was just like, yes, let's get going. Let's get it done. I literally was going to text a bunch of people like, hey, come over. What? What? My plans today are to clean, deep clean, deep clean. I want to start my house off with a fresh, clean house. And all of a sudden, I want to clean and at the same time, like have people come over. It's a weird feeling. Anyway, I feel like this is for you guys. I'm feeling so energized right now. So yeah, I feel like this is bringing in because I feel like there's been a lull in your life. There's been no movement forward, and because of that, there's been this boredom. There's been this angst. There's been this like yeah, kind of a boredom. But the good thing is that I feel like you guys have gone within instead of going without, because a lot of people that tend to get bored tend to go looking outwards and looking for things outwardly of themselves, and that's when you get in real big trouble, right? um I'm not gonna say that in this reading. For instance, somebody that has a very high sex drive, if you don't know how to control those urges, you'll go out and find anybody instead of waiting, controlling those urges and either using that to transmute it into a business, into yourself. People tend to go outwardly, or if they're bored, they'll go and find somebody to date randomly because they're bored, right? And then not knowingly getting into a karmic situation and creating karma for yourself. I feel for whoever I'm talking to, you guys have sat still, you guys have taken the time to heal, however it may have, you guys may have done it. Because of that, there's big changes coming in. And there's going to be so much action that you guys are going to be taking. You guys are going to see movement. There's going to be, I'm just seeing movement in friendships, movement in your job, movement in yourself. You're going to be wanting to take all the steps that felt like you were doing before that were boring, but you were still doing them. They're going to become almost fun. It's almost like you're going to be going and you're going to find people to do them with. You're going to find fun in them. There's going to be, you're going to be busy, which I feel like that's something that you needed. I felt like there was a structure, but a structure in business or busyness, if that makes any sense. Okay, I've talked enough, Libra. Let's clarify these cards. And now that I've said all that, I'm like calm. Yeah, I'm like calm now. So that energy felt great though. That felt like 2 energy drinks without the side effects. I've never gone skiing, so I can't tell you that's what it feels like, but who knows. All right. Okay. The Six of Pentacles, you guys got the Six of Pentacles, generosity in reverse. The Queen of Swords, fairness in reverse. The Two of Pentacles, flexibility in reverse. What the hell? And the Star in reverse. Oh my gosh. Okay. Libras, I feel like what you're getting is basically wish fulfillment, something that you've been waiting for a really long time. I feel like you did a lot of the work and you felt like you put in time and time and time, everything that was asked of you, and you felt like you never received where you should have received generosity in return, right, from the people that you were generous with. And I'm not saying this is everybody, I'm saying like in relationships, in romantic relationships, I'm saying in situationships, in family, where you felt like there should have been um equal give and take. You felt like you there wasn't ever reciprocity. You felt like things weren't fair in your life, like it, no matter, even when you did everything that you felt intuitively, and even when you treated people the way they that you believe that they should have been treated. And I feel like you treated people well even when they shouldn't have been treated well. You felt like there wasn't a fairness, like you weren't treated fairly. Life didn't treat you fairly. There was no flexibility. There was no movement in anything in life. There was no movement in money. There was no movement in love. There was no movement in any aspect of your life. It felt like you were just basically, I'm seeing somebody locked in a room, just pacing back and forth, where there was not even light coming in. It was just a white room, just walking back and forth, back and forth. I don't feel like you were locked in a room, but I do feel like it was in almost a mental prison, because there had been no movement for such a long time, and you were starting to lose hope. You were starting to lose hope. And I feel like it wasn't like you were sitting there doing nothing. I feel like you were actually doing the things you needed to be doing. You were healing, you were giving of yourself, um you were doing what you were supposed to be doing. You were working, you were doing all the right things. And it seemed like no matter what you did, nothing ever changed. Nothing ever changes, I hear. Nothing ever changes. I'm also hearing, am I the bad guy? Nothing ever changes. No matter what I do, no matter where even in my health, nothing ever changes. But all of that, the timing, it was the timing of things. The timing of things it had to change. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. There's cycles upon cycles upon cycles upon cycles. And even though we don't like hearing that, I mean, although we don't like hearing divine timing, sometimes it is what it is. We have to go through cycles to grow through them, because that's just how it's the same with anything. It's the same when you go and you garden. You can't just plant a seed and expect it to be ready within the hour. It takes sometimes years for you to harvest the first fruit of a tree. It can take years for your first avocado tree to give you an avocado, right? There are other little plants or other little you know, that will harvest smaller. I know the jalapenos that I would plant, those would give every year. Every year they would give throughout the summer. But of course, throughout the winter, unless I brought them inside and kept them in enough heat, they would not. But those were smaller, jalapenos smaller than an avocado. Tomatoes didn't grow during the winter. Strawberries came back every May. They would come back every May, but they're smaller, right? They're smaller. If you're growing a tree, you want an apple tree, that's going to take a long time for you to have a fruitful tree that will give you fruit all the time. I'm seeing, I'm not sure, but when I lived in Puerto Rico, my ex-mother-in-law had coconut trees, and they were huge. They always had, and of course the weather there never gets cold enough to, so that tree, I believe, gives coconuts yearly. But that tree was old. That was an old tree. So that tree, it took years for it to get there, for it to bear fruit constantly, right? For it to bear fruit. It didn't take 1 year, 2 years. It took like 30, 40, I don't know how many years, 50 years. Who knows how long that tree had been there. Mango trees, coconut trees, they had avocado trees. And they did it I believe they did it year round, at least the coconut one. I can't remember, it's been such a long time. It's been a while since I lived there. It's been 14 years. But sometimes it takes several seasons for you to see the fruits. And sometimes it takes several seasons because even if everybody that which this is unheard of, right? Because we are so jaded, and as humans, we are so lost into our own hopelessness that when other people start going up and start leveling up, we become petty and become resentful, and because we're still healing that stuff. And it is difficult to see when we're trying to get our grass to grow and other grass is not growing. It's not your season. Applaud for other people's seasons, and that will make your season. That will be manure for your garden. It really is, though. It's what makes your garden grow. um but I'm hearing your season is coming with the change and the action. There's change coming, and it's going to be time for you to take action. You guys might be seeing a lot of 555. And so going back to what I was saying, there was also a need for you to change the way that your mind works. Being able to see all of the abundance and being grateful for all of the things that you have now. Not just thinking that money or power or all of those things is what's important, because it's not. Do we live in a 3D world where money is important? Yes. But that is not what's important right now. So, yeah, hope. There's a need to have hope. This needs to be upright. There is coming. It is coming. This is the blessing that's coming in next. Change and action. But you need to have hope. You need to continue to have hope, because it feels like you've been losing hope. Let me get you guys guidance from the universe. What can they do right now? The transformation, but in reverse. Transition. Oh. So you're coming out of your transformation. You're blossoming. You're starting to bloom. But you need to come out of your shadow side. You need to come up and release the heaviness of your shadow side, because when you're doing shadow work, you are in the dark. You are in the depths of hell. You are in that shadow side. But you have to come up from that energy and come back into the, at least an even balance, an even keel. And allow your vibration to raise up again. But this came out in the reverse, meaning that you have to come up out of that. Allow your inner demons to stay down there. This picture gives me very much, and I get this picture. Like you're down right now in the shadows, and with your demons playing. And when you integrate your light and your dark, you're not afraid of the dark. I'm not afraid of my dark. I will go and play with my demons. We will play bingo, Uno. I am not afraid of them. I am very well integrated with the dark and the light, and it's because I'm not afraid of my own demons. So to me, this is giving me a picture of like she's wearing her crown. She's very integrated in her dark, but it's time to come out. Do you see how there's light and dark? You need to come out of, because this was reversed. You need to come out and integrate both now. Both the light and the dark. And we need both. Don't get it twisted. We need both. You need both to be balanced. If you have too much light, love and light, then everybody steps all over you. If you're too dark, then you hurt people. You have to have an equal balance of both. Right? Yes. Okay, Libras. All right, let me get you guys a postcard from Spirit. Okay. Dearest yous, human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep, not just in bed, but the kind where you forget you are a spiritual immortal being taken on a temporary human form. It's not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity, an ego, you begin to see through the eyes of a small self and have less connection to your soul self. You may not recognize this is going on, but you sure can feel it. We're here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see that magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in Spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract that you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. Wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind is in alignment with divine intelligence. Your mind is in alignment with divine. Intelligence is unstoppable. The world is yours to co-create. Oh, gosh. Yeah. So there's a sense here of right now being not so much as, it says asleep, but almost like you took a nap from being aware of what's going on. And it's time to wake back up because things are going to change because there was no movement. And so you chose to almost fall into stepping back into the matrix, because since there was no movement and there was a sense of apathy and boredom. Okay, Libras. Everything's changing though. Things are going to get better and there's movement. So this is the next blessing coming to you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you guys later. Bye.